Hi, Michael. I would like to start this reading with a message of love and peace. The cards will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Let's begin. Okay. I've shuffled and meditated upon the cards, and we are going to see what September 2018 has in store for you as you sell your electronic security company and become an esoteric art designer. Okay. At the center is the overarching theme for the month of September, and then you'll have all around it what you need to know the messages that the universe has for you. Okay, this is really powerful because you have now 4 major arcana cards. Okay, and 1 cord. Okay. All right, your first card here, which is, again, the overarching theme of September 2018, is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is all about tradition. It's all about following your inner guidance, being the best that you can possibly be at what it is that you want to do, Michael. So as you are moving forward, this is steeping yourself in the traditions that are true and just for you. This is following your inner wisdom. This is following the harmony of your soul, the music of your soul, with that harp right there, and moving forward in the way that you want to live your life, in what you desire. But this is taking a traditional path. So I know you are selling your business, and what you want to do as you sell your business is make sure all the paperwork is, perfect, everything is going through. Really pay attention to kind of the minutia of it, so that everything and people are working for you that you trust to be able to move forward. This is saying that having that security is going to be really beneficial for you as you move forward. This is also relying on your own personal strength, your own personal talents, your own personal, abundance and ability. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, this is a Pope with supplicants at his feet. So this is following your path and being the best that you can possibly be at what it is that you are doing. And that's what you're entering into this next stage of your life, you're saying, I'm going to do this the best possible way. I'm going to have a firm plan. I'm going to know what it is I need from everything, how it is I need to move forward. And this isn't going in kind of, half-cocked. This is fully prepared. And the statement with half-cocked is when, during the Civil War, in the U.S., if you didn't pull back the musket all the way, the gun could blow up in your face. And that's where going off half-cocked, the statement comes from, that you didn't want your gun to blow up in your face as you were charging forward, because you would be going so quickly. So this is making sure that everything is done perfectly. Everything is kind of lined up and situated so you knock it down kind of like dominoes. And with Taliesin in Celtic tradition, he was the wisest, greatest man, all right? He came into this abundance by accident. He was stirring a pot for Carowin, and a bit of this potion fell on his finger. He put it in his mouth because it scolded him, and then he became wise and benevolent. He got a gift that was supposed to be bestowed onto her son. It came to him, and because of that, he became great. And that is what you are doing. You are moving forward in your own personal greatness, following the tradition that is right for you, paying attention to your mind and your words, because those are going to have great power as you move forward. Your next card is the Judgment card. This is an awakening of your spirit. This is an awakening of yourself. Something has been lying dormant. See how these 2 knights are asleep, and this knight back there, is blowing the trumpet, awakening them. They were put in a state of stasis, in a state of slumber, so that when their country needed them, when they were needed the most, they were awakened. And this is to guard Wales, because all these cards are based off of Welsh mythology. This is something within you being awakened, you hearing that trumpet call, and you moving forward in your bounty, in your perfection, doing what you know is right for your soul, what is moving you forward. This is dedication of self and spirit. This is bounty of understanding. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, this is an angel blowing a trumpet, awakening people from their coffins. So as you're moving forward in this business deal and launching your new business, you are finding that you are having a part of yourself that has been laying dormant for so long be reawakened, or maybe just be awakened for your first time. Like you've always known something was missing, and now you found that missing piece. And a part of you that was closed away now comes and is just absolutely beautiful. And you're moving forward. Your next card is the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups isn't one of my favorite cards to see in a reading. For me, it is a symbol of somebody not celebrating you like they say they are. They could say, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. Oh my gosh, you're doing such a great job. But really, they don't understand. So what you have here is you do have people in your life. You know, one of these people could be denoted as you, and then the other person is celebrating you. But you have those doubters. You have those naysayers. You have the people when, if anything gets tough, they'll be the first ones to turn around and say, oh, you never really should have done this. I knew it was a bad idea. And you're sitting there going, no, you didn't. You were behind me. But they're just kind of not out of it. They're kind of in it all for themselves. And they don't care about anybody else. So this is false friends. This is also in business dealings. Somebody saying one thing and then doing another, kind of going behind your back. So make sure that as you're selling the business, as you're moving forward, really you are having somebody really quite expert to really look everything over, really check everything, right? But this isn't getting waylaid by those people who really don't have your best interests at heart. You are moving forward for you. You're doing what you know is right for you, and that's all you need to know, right? So Michael, don't let the naysayers, don't let the people who kind of think that they can only get ahead by knocking somebody else down bother you, get to you. I mean, they will bother you. It will be aggravating, but don't let them win by letting their words have so much more power than they actually do. Now, your next card here is the Knight of Swords. Now, you are a Gemini. You are represented by the swords. So this is you right here. You have this powerful energy to you, this vitality of spirit. You're cutting through nonsense, you're cutting through doubts and fears, and you're charging forward. There is going to be a sense of wanting to act faster than, well, act as quickly as you're thinking, that's it. What this card is saying, the Knight of Swords, is your thoughts, you're brilliant. Your thoughts are moving very quickly. But step back, take your time, look at everything, and then act accordingly. Don't rush forward. Really make sure you have the plan well set out. Okay? That you have the steps mapped out and you go kind of methodically and you just knock those dominoes down and move forward. You move forward in prosperity. You might know exactly what you want to do. You have this vision in your mind and this is you building it up. And then once everything is all in place, you charge forward. So this is saying not to act as quickly as you want to. Make sure everything is all set up. You know, make sure you're looking at this trickery right here, especially while you're selling the business. Make sure that you're making sure that everything is kosher, on the up and up, going forward in the way that it should be, right? Because you're going to move forward and you're going to move forward with such gusto that it's going to be wonderful. And you don't need anything, excuse me, anything to kind of stand in your way as you're embracing this prosperity, as you're awakening this joy within you, your life's purpose, and living your wisdom and your truth and your prosperity. Your next card is the Moon card. So this is kind of feeling the fear and doing it anyway. There might be a sense of kind of being overwhelmed, looking at things and going, oh my goodness, at times. This is being guided by courage and by wisdom, looking at your luck and moving forward in your prosperity, moving forward in your bounty, not letting your fears hold you back. Because you know what it is that you want from life. You know where it is that you're going. And even though things might not be crystal clear all the time, you're not seeing monsters in the shadows. You're kind of, again, you're mapping everything out. You're looking at things, being very logical, very reasonable, seeing where it is everything fits in for you, kind of how it is that you move forward in the best of your ability, in your utmost prosperity, and you see the truth of the matter. You see what you want from life. Okay? And you see not the shadows, not the monsters, not the naysayers trying to build you down. You see how it is that you're supposed to be moving forward in prosperity and success. Because that's at your center right here. And you move forward in that. Guided by feminine energy, so a loving, caring, healing energy moving you forward. Think of it as the divine feminine. If you don't believe in the divine feminine, think of it kind of as the earth, moving you forward building you up, sustaining you, helping you obtain your prosperity. And then you moving forward in absolute assurance and confidence of self. Not letting fears, not letting any negativity hold you back. And then your clarifying cards are the Strength card and the Five of Cups. The Strength card is strength through kindness, unlikely friends. This might be an unlikely path for you to have decided to take. And in September, you are moving forward in just absolute strength and conviction of spirit. This isn't being bossy. This isn't being, kind of all bravado. This is you sitting there quietly and assuredly knowing what it is that you desire, knowing how it is that you're moving forward in your life, and absolutely embracing the success that is you. Unlikely pairings because knights hunted boars. It was considered great sport. So here, for them to be riding together is, working together is a feat. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, this is a woman embracing a lion. They could both hunt each other. So these are kind of enemies coming together. And this isn't saying that your enemy is going to be your best friend. This is saying that your strength is changing kind of the battleground for you, is moving you forward in a direction that you might never have thought of, and that you are stronger than you ever gave yourself credit for. But again, this isn't the brute force strength. This isn't being able to make people see your way. This is having that strong, stable, steady strength of character, of inner strength, and moving yourself forward. Courage and confidence in yourself. This is, you're going to have times where you're looking at everything that's going wrong, and you could even be looking at the betrayal, okay, because the 3 cups are spelt, and the 3 cups are here, and thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? What is going on? And just looking at everything that isn't going right, instead of turning around and seeing the love, the beauty, the harmony within your life. This is the 2 of Cups here. This is loving, healing, beautiful energy coming into your life, guiding you forward. Right? Don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. And you're going to see things will move a lot easier and a lot kind of stronger for you. Okay? And your subconscious message, I love it, is the 3 of Pentacles. You're working on your prosperity. You're working on your success. And you're doing so diligently and on your own. You don't need everybody to come in and work with you. You're steadily and systematically building the existence that you want. Your prosperity is right here. You have the poppies here, so you know your struggle. You know your times of kind of discontent with the world. This is for me, sorrow and remembrance. Right? And then you have your prosperity here. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, it is a man standing on a bench talking to 2 other men as they're creating a cathedral. They're creating something big, something everybody can see. They are working together. Here, it is one woman working on creating a blanket, creating an object to be used every single day, that you don't have to go to, that it can be carried with you. So that's what you're working on. You're working on something that takes your time, takes your effort, takes your own personal diligence of creation of self. And you're focusing on the details. Subconsciously, you know that it is your details and it is your fine eye that is going to lead you forward in wisdom and in prosperity. All right. Now we're going to do October. All right, Michael, we are doing October 2018 and seeing for your guidance as you sell your company and become an esoteric art designer. Okay. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. There you are again, shining through. Wow, that's really lovely. Well, it really does look like October is your month. I mean, seriously and absolutely. Okay, so you start with the Sun card, Michael, which is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. It is a card of triumph. It is a card of victory. It is a card of new beginnings, of new dawns, new days, and just sitting there and just really loving what you are doing. Okay? And what this is saying to me to tell you is that you are moving forward in a blessing, in bounty, and in beauty. Okay, the sun is rising behind you. You have a torque around your neck, which is a Celtic symbol of a king, okay, or a queen. Here, around the neck, so a symbol of royalty. Oh, goodness, you can't see that. A symbol of royalty. You can kind of see right there. And you are moving forward in that royalty, in that majesty. So really make sure that the words that you speak, okay, because they're being blessed as they come up out of your mouth or into your thoughts, make sure that you are moving and speaking and thinking bountiful thoughts. Kind of, I'm thinking, and I know it sounds silly, think of Peter Pan, like think happy thoughts. But with you, it's going to have such an impact on yourself as you move forward, as you embrace what it is that you want, who it is that you are, as you embrace this new kind of phase in your life. It is going to bring about much more blessings if you sit there and you remember to speak kindly to yourself. You remember to think kindly about yourself. And you embrace your prosperity and your bounty and your beauty. And you move forward. Now, the warning with the Sun card is people sit there and they see the Sun card and they go, oh my gosh, this is the best card ever. I'm so happy. Yay, everything's going to work out. It means that everything is working out for you. But that you have to kind of be on the lookout for jealousy. Be on the lookout that as your vibrational sphere is rising and as you are becoming more and more of yourself, as you are embracing your truth and your understanding and your bounty and your beauty, okay, there is going to be times where people and things are going to come into your life that are going to try and pull you down. Bad days, frustrations, things not working out right, because as you're moving up and as you are kind of becoming more purely and more harmoniously yourself, you're going to find that at times, and not all the time, but there are things there to try and pull you down, to try and knock you off your game, to try and make it so that your day in the sun isn't good, that you aren't moving forward in the direction that you desire. So don't let negativity or negative people or anything like that get you down. Keep your eye on the goal, keep your eye on your goal, and keep yourself focused as you move forward. Your next card is the King of Swords. Now, I'm going to skip ahead to the Queen of Swords too, because you have both of these cards together. And again, you are a Gemini. You are represented by the swords in the Minor Arcana deck, and the court cards represent you. And here you have the King and the Queen. And I shuffle the cards off camera. I meditate upon them, and communicate with them in a way, right? So for these cards to come up in the reading is really quite beautiful, because there's not a big chance of it. And here you have yourself being both king and queen of your mind and your destiny, knowing what you want, cutting through doubts and fears. There's a sense of needing to have your freedom of self, your freedom of expression, using your thoughts and your memories to guide you forward, guarding your thoughts. Okay, both have chainmail over their heads, if you can see that. And this is because your mind, again, is so brilliant. You have a way of looking at things that is so unique that you need to make sure that you're guarding your thoughts, because that's kind of your moneymaker, all right? Your mind is where your greatest talents lie. So make sure that you are being careful with who you trust. And this isn't trusting anybody and everybody. This is trusting a few people. The King and the Queen of Swords can be a little bit biting because they have such a distinct idea of what they want in their lives, such a distinct idea of where they're going, that at times people could sit there and say, oh, these are the nasty cards, kind of like they're just sharp and cutting. No, you could have a tendency to be rather sharp. You could have a tendency to be rather short with people. So just curtail that, be aware of it, especially in the month of October, that not everybody is moving ahead as quickly as you are. You are 5 steps ahead of everybody else who kind of just got there. And it's just starting to see your vision, just starting to understand your world. But this is freedom of expression, this is freedom of self, this is cutting through doubts and fears, this is releasing negative energy, and really being just truly and authentically you. And this is that perfect balance of masculine and feminine energy, the yin and the yang, the ability to move forward in bounty and in beauty of self. And nothing is going to stop you as you embrace your destiny, as you embrace this new phase in life. So with the ravens here, there's freedom, and there's you moving forward, knowing exactly what you desire. The universe card, the world card in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, is all about the whole world opening up to you. And that's this right here. I mean, both these lines are absolutely beautiful. This right here is you coming into your own, absolutely, completely, and kind of beautifully. And this here is you achieving your goals and living in happiness. So the world is you achieving what you set out to do. It is victory, it is triumph, it is majesty of self, because in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, this is a wreath with a woman in the middle, clad with a purple ribbon, holding up 2 wands. It's victory. Majesty. Here, that U shape, that wreath shape, is shown by the mountains. They are white. They're clean. It's a new start. It's a new day. And the white symbolizes both purity of intention, but also sorrow and, mourning. So it is kind of a double-edged sword, okay? Very much like we have the king and the queen here of swords. So you're moving forward. You're seeing all these victories. You're seeing everything kind of fall into place, or you're seeing endless possibilities. And it can be a bit overwhelming, and it's going to take a bit to get used to. This isn't right away that you're going to be absolutely positively the most successful person in the whole entire world. This is saying that you have the potential, in the month of October especially, to start living to your full bliss, your full joy, and your full happiness. This is really letting your passions and your desires and your wants for your life be your guide. You're this elemental here. This woman made of snow and air. Nothing is holding you back. We already said about the queen with the king. This is you right here, coming into perfect balance. And I would say that if you're in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship, this is either in your relationship, becoming more in harmony with your partner, or if you're not in a relationship, meeting somebody that is helping you move forward. Now, if that doesn't have anything to do with what you want, where you're going, and you're sitting there saying, Dane, that's completely off track, then just forget about it. But you have this love coming in. That's why I say it. It's because you have the 10 of Cups. This is true love. This is joyous love. And this is falling in love with yourself. And maybe you're starting your business from your home. I don't know. Okay, but this is blessings coming into your home. And if you own your own business, this is blessings coming into your business. Well, as you sell your company, and also as you start something new. There's blessings that are guiding you forward, that are moving you to your heart's desire, a symbol of yourself younger being joyous and older being joyous. Okay? Being absolutely enchanted with what you're doing. Your clarifying cards, or the Horned One and the 10 of Pentacles. The Horned One, the Devil card, is cutting away your chains, just kind of like the Queen and the King of Swords do. They cut away their chains. They live their truth. They know their minds. You're cutting away the chains of the past. And in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, it is a atypical demon-like figure with holding the chains of a naked man and a naked woman. And now you're breaking those chains. You're not living in base desires. You're living for the desires that build you up, lead you forward, and bring you to your prosperity. You're knowing your truth. You're living in majesty with the stag's horns here. The angels are fiercely guiding you with the wolf, and you are living your dreams. Now, this is also a warning of addiction. Anything that you do to excess that keeps you from being productive, that keeps you from your prosperity, is something to watch out for. We always say addictions, and people think, alcohol, drugs, gambling, sex. They think all those things. But it can be anything that just keeps you from living your authenticity. Here with the 10 of Pentacles, you have your prosperity. Okay, you have money coming into your home, coming into your community. This could be wealth. This could be something you value as much as money. You're sharing it with others. You're sharing the wisdom with others. You also are putting money in the bank. You're not giving this all to everybody else and saying, oh, here, I've worked so hard for it, but here. you're sharing one pentacle with people, and the others are put away, are secure. The fruits of your labor are paying off, and you're moving forward in this bounty and in this truth. Okay, so you have 2 tens. That's beautiful. That is fulfillment of goals, fulfillment of soul's desire, financial, whatever you value as much as money, your prosperity coming in. And wow, your subconscious message is the magician. As you believe it, so it comes true. Really, your mind, your words, Michael, are so very important. You're leading yourself on the right path. You're knowing your thoughts. Okay, here with the swords absolutely shining through, with both the king and queen of swords here, your prosperity with the pentacles, and what you love with the cups. You're putting it all together. You're moving forward in majesty, in purity of intention, in knowing the hard work that has taken you to get here, in wealth of self, wealth of expression, and seeing yourself and knowing that you are someone people look towards and can turn towards for beauty of expression and for knowing what you want to create in your life. As above, so below. As you think it, so it will be, Michael. All right. Now we're going to move on to November. All right, Michael, we are doing November 2018 and seeing what guidance is for you as you sell your company and become an esoteric art designer. This is rather quite lovely. I mean, you do have 2 little warnings here, but this is really nice because at your center is the 6 of Cups. This is moving forward in your truth, in your understanding, in what you have desired. Kind of think of it as looking at yourself when you were little, when you didn't have anybody telling you couldn't succeed, you couldn't achieve, saying, oh, are you sure you want to do that? And when you could be anything from a superhero to a firefighter to an astronaut to, a cowboy. It didn't matter. All dreams were open to you. Nothing was unachievable or unrealistic. And this is you finding that beauty within your life again. This is also you letting go of any of the doubts, any of the fears, any of the limitations that were put on you when you were small. Right? When other people put their limitations on you and said, oh no, you couldn't possibly. This is you kind of breaking those chains, breaking that way of thinking, and saying anything is possible as long as I move forward in wisdom and in kindness to self. You have that little cat right here. For me, the cats symbolize the angels, but when you don't really see them, you don't really feel them around you, but they're there. Okay? You're moving forward in your truth and in your understanding. The whole theme for November is you knowing what you want and breaking away from any doubts, any fears, any negativity, and being authentically the person that you want to be and living the life that you want. Now, here you have the King of Wands. Now, this can represent a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, but this is also representing you because this reading is about you and for you. This is you being passionate about what you're doing. This is a rebirth in alchemy. The little lizard right down here, the salamander, is a symbol of rebirth. This is you knowing your passion, knowing your desire, knowing that bit of the God's head that lives inside each and every one of us. Because if you watched my other videos, you know when I say that there's the bit of the God's head in you, I'm referring to Hindu mythology, Hindu tradition, where they say that the only place human beings would never look for the divine, for the full extent of their power, would be within themselves. It would always be going outward, it would always be looking outward, and now you're looking at yourself, and you're seeing that majesty there. Think of this wand, this staff, as a wizard's wand, a wizard's staff, as a focal point to harness your magic, your personal power, and in order to bring it to the outside world. So you're learning how to harness your personal power and how to bring it to the masses, how to bring it to people. This doesn't have to be hundreds of thousands of people. It could start off with a handful of people and grow, but you're moving forward in your majesty. You're moving forward in your divine right to live your passion and live your desire. And having this rebirth of self, this wisdom of countenance, this wisdom of expression, and letting nothing hold you back. As you move forward, things are going to start happening quickly. With the Eight of Wands, this is kind of speed. This is things moving forward, and you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, that's kind of fast. And this is you looking at everything. You're not going to react as quickly as these wands are being thrown, because you see here the stags, they're not running away. They're not in flight. They're not in danger. Some of them are still eating, right? But they're looking and they're seeing, okay, where are those wands going to go? Who are those staffs being thrown at? And once you see where things are going, you see the direction of things, you move forward. You move forward in your strength of perseverance, in your strength of personality, and you move forward in majesty of self. Just like the King of Wands says, creating on this earthly plane, because that's what the wands represent to me, the earthly plane, creating with passion and creativity the life that you desire. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now this can represent an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo. But again, this reading is about you, so it's representing you. This is you slowly and steadily moving forward in prosperity. Things start off quickly, but your wealth, your prosperity, your finances, I would say pretty much here, is going to be slowly and steadily building. It's going to be kind of even paced as you start. And that's good. That's good. It's this steadiness. This is stability. Moving forward with vitality of spirit. That kind of youthful energy of what you want, of a knight. Being able to defend what you possess. Moving you forward, guiding you forward. Now this could be outside sources, somebody coming in who is with the King of Wands. I think of this person as a very passionate person, kind of creative, but also very skilled in the ways of the world, in the ways of what they can see and what they can create. So think of this as a really skilled lawyer, a really skilled professional, all right, that can help you out and that can help you move forward in the direction that you want. Here, the Knight of Pentacles is somebody a bit younger, all right, or who has just a very exuberant, has an exuberant energy about them, who's astoundingly methodical, maps out everything, and kind of moves from space to space to space. And it's very good with financial matters, okay? It's very practical. They may not be in a financial field, but they could be. But they have great financial advice. Both of these descriptions also apply to you. You're very passionate, you're very good at what you do, and you have a financial head on your shoulders. You're not like, oh, okay, everything will work out, everything will be fine. Just keep throwing money at it until it starts succeeding. No, you want to make a return on your investment, and that's what's going to happen. Because you're not going to sit back and kind of lackadaisically do anything. It's with passion, determination, follow through, kind of you living a dream that you once had. But you have the Five of Cups here, and the Five of Cups is, again, looking at everything that isn't going right instead of turning around and seeing the love, the joy, the happiness in your life. Knowing that you can walk over that bridge, walk over that gray, murky water to a place of security and prosperity for you. Sometimes you might feel alone, but you are never alone. In the month of November, you might have a bit of melancholy to you. There might be a bit of sorrow, might be a bit of, oh my gosh, why is everything so difficult? Because we have that in your clarifying cards. But you have this love, you have what you're doing that's moving you forward. Don't regret or doubt yourself. I mean, regret, that's perfectly fine. Doubt, that's perfectly fine, that's perfectly normal. You're just human. All right? But don't let your doubts pull you down, because sometimes the Five of Cups can have a way of mucking up the whole entire month. Don't let it do that. Don't let melancholy get the best of you. See what you love and move forward in that prosperity of self. Because remember, this is the Two of Cups behind you. This is healing, beautiful love that is moving you forward, and guiding you to your heart's desire. Your clarifying cards are the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Swords. The Nine of Wands is feeling battered and bruised, kind of like you're finished and you're kind of done. Okay, oh, okay. And you also have the progression. Things move fast, and then you feel kind of battered. So that's important here too. But you have here kind of feeling as if enough is enough. I'm done defending myself. I'm done trying to explain myself. You might feel a little bit achy. You could be having headaches, right? But you know what you do? You put that staff back in the ground. Think of these as trees being planted, saplings, and they grow into sturdy, stable wall between you and your opposition, between you and the outside world that isn't really understanding. And you move forward. You're leaving what you once thought you would love, where you once thought you would be, and you're taking all your knowledge, all the things that you have learned, and you are moving forward, and the angels are moving with you, with the Seven of Swords, and you're leaving something behind, something that is no longer relevant to you, and you're embracing your truth and your prosperity. And whatever you're leaving behind, it's just too much of a burden. Don't take it with you. There is something that when you think about it, when you focus on it, it will get you mad, it will bring you down, it will just be irritating and aggravating. You don't need it in your life. Your subconscious message is the Two of Wands. You are not only looking at today, but you are looking at tomorrow and the days, the weeks, the months, the years to come. And you are planning it out in passion and purpose. Knowing what you want, knowing what you desire, and having the gusto and the determination to get it. And letting nothing stand in your way. This isn't being calculating, this isn't being cruel, this is being smart, and this is being just to yourself. All right, now we're going to do December. All right, we are doing December 2018, and your guidance on your topic. Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. Last reading you had the King of Wands right here, and now you have the Queen of Wands right in the center. So this is something you are very passionate about, Michael, as you move forward. And I love these two gifts that are coming your way. So as you are selling your company and starting this new phase in your life, you have at your center for the month of December, you have the Queen of Wands. Now, this again can be a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, who is helping you move forward. But again, this reading is about you. And so we are focusing on you. This is you being passionate. This is you moving forward in courage of self, focused on what it is that you desire, your spiritual self here, moving forward in a spiritual direction, having the new dawn come in, using the wand here to kind of focus your magic, your inner creation. Think of this as Hecate in Greek mythology, the first sorceress. Think of this as you realizing and living your full potential, and doing so with love and caring at your center, but also with a ferocity of spirit. Nothing is going to get in your way. Nothing is going to deter you from your goal. That is beautiful for the month of December, to have that as your core. And then you have your strength. You're moving forward in kindness, but in absolute assurity of self. You are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. You are moving forward, knowing your convictions, knowing what you want, having friends in unlikely places, okay, or finding camaraderie in places that you hadn't expected it before. And now you are moving forward, embracing your inner strength, embracing your inner truth, and finding out that you can get a lot more to go your way through kindness and understanding and compassion than you can through demands and being inflexible. You know? So this is you moving forward in strength of character, strength of self, knowing your personal conviction, and finding kind of guidance and beauty in unexpected places. And this doesn't have to mean that your enemies become your friends. What it means is that you're realizing that life is moving you in the direction that you might not have thought before. And you're finding your strength and your greatness in situations that you might have thought, oh my gosh, I could never do that, or oh my gosh, that would never happen. And now it is. And you're moving forward in abundance. Now there's a sense of overkill here with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords kind of acts as a cage, and you feel half drowned and completely overwhelmed as you are moving forward, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? What is everything that's going on? This is doubts, this is fears. The swords, for me, represent the mind, so this is kind of the mind going into overdrive. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, this is a man laying on the ground with 10 swords stabbing into him. It's overkill. It's complete overkill. Here, you are not stabbed at all, but you might feel as if you're darn close, or as if you are stabbed. So it might feel as if it's impossible to move forward. You're just looking at everything and in your mind, running it over and over and over again in your head, and thinking of every possible way that anything can go wrong. And it becomes almost paralyzing for you. But this is the darkness before the dawn. This is the end of a cycle. And soon, and actually, right here, you have the beginning of a new cycle. This is the end of a cycle. This is an end of your fears. This is the end of feeling overwhelmed. This will come in the month of December. It would just be like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? And you feel completely overwhelmed and your emotions are raging and it's just almost too much. But you pull yourself up, you stand up on your feet, and you move forward to the place that you want to be, in the direction that you want from your life. You have then the Ace of Swords, the 1 count, starting again. And this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of you knowing your mind, of you knowing what you want. And because you are a Gemini, you are represented by the swords in the tarot deck. This is a gift completely constructed for you. It's going to ring true for you. And it has to do with your intellect. It has to do with your mind. It has to do with the way that you're seeing things. And you're moving forward with this gift, with this bounty, with this understanding of what you want, of where you're going. And it leads you in victory. It crowns your thoughts. It makes your thoughts crowned. It makes your thoughts have a majesty to them that they didn't have before. And you're moving forward in confidence of self. Also a duality. Think of this as, the greenery as the summertime and the brown, the yellow, whatever you want to call this here, as the fall. So it's kind of a transformation of self. Or think of this as the spring and then think of this as the fall. A transformation of self as you move forward. A balance on the cusp of change within your own mind. A gift being given to you that brings you more clarity. And the thing with the Ace cards, and you have 2 of them here. So you have a gift that's coming to you intellectually, within your mind, within your sphere of understanding. And then you have a gift, a passion and creativity. Make sure you take these gifts. Because with the Ace cards, with you being handed a gift, you can always reject the gift. You can always sit there and say, I'm not worthy, it's too much, I'm too afraid. It's all just way too much. Instead of moving forward in strength and confidence of self, you can ignore the gifts and feel stuck and trapped. Make sure you take them when they come. And I don't know how they're going to come. I know people always ask, how is this gift going to come? How do I know it's here in my life? You will know because it will feel it. It will feel right to you. It will be the littlest sign. It could be the littlest sign, okay? That in a moment of stress, in a moment of just feeling completely overwhelmed. One time, and I'm just going to use a personal example, I was feeling completely overwhelmed. I was stressed. I thought, oh my gosh, nothing is ever going to get done. I was being completely hard on myself. And then I was walking my dogs and I saw a dragonfly. And that symbol means something to me. And I realized that I was making mountains out of molehills. And that it was time to calm myself and center myself and move forward. And that little dragonfly, that little almost innocuous gift, was what I needed in order to move me forward in the direction that I needed to be. That's the type of gift that's going to come in and move you forward. It doesn't have to be something earth-shattering. It just soothes your mind, gives you a sense of majesty of self, moves you forward in the direction of you achieving your goals and letting nothing stand in your way. And then you have the Ace of Wands. Again, take this gift. It's a gift of new beginnings. It's a gift of passion and of creativity, of knowing how you're going to use your inner gifts, that inner passion within you, focusing them, seeing them for what they are, and moving forward in the direction that you desire with your life. Letting nothing hold you back, and being true and direct with yourself. Also think of this as a sapling. And when it's planted, its roots grow deep, okay? It brings shade, it brings lumber, it brings home for animals, it bears fruit. It becomes so much more than what it was when you originally planted it. That's what the Ace of Wands is for you, moving you forward on this earthly plane in a way that you are passionate about, in a way that you desire, in a way that you want to be creating your future. Now, it's interesting here. You have 2 6s as your clarifying cards. So the number 6 is going to have a meaning for you in the month of December. You have the 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Pentacles is making sure finances are fair. Now, I don't know when your business will be sold, but make sure that when it is sold, no matter when it is, that everything is balanced, that the scales are balanced in your favor, that things are moving forward justly and fairly. This is my Minor Arcana Justice card, that you're having this prosperity in your life. And then with the 6 of Swords, that you have gathered all your knowledge, all your understanding, and you're moving forward in your personal prosperity, your personal bounty. Heading into the future, heading into the mist, because the future is always unknown, but knowing that the angels are guiding you. All right? Also, make sure that you aren't working yourself into the ground, that you are taking time, taking care of yourself, that you're not giving and giving with getting nothing in return, using your knowledge and your smarts to bring you what it is that you desire. So the number 6 for you and the number 1 is very important. In the month of December, your subconscious message is the 4 of Pentacles. This is you knowing where your money is going. This is you protecting your money, protecting your wealth, protecting your solar plexus, not letting things really bother you as much or cut as deeply, trying to have that phase, well, that saying, water off a duck's back, be your guide, moving you forward in prosperity. For me, this is also protecting the wealth of your home, protecting what is most important to you, what is nearest and dearest to you, and moving forward in that protection and in that bounty of self, knowing that if you don't make sure that you take care of you, that you can't help anybody else, you can't take care of anybody else. Okay, now we're going to go on to January. All right, Michael, we are doing January 2019 and seeing the guidance for you for this month. All right. Oh, beautiful. Right, so the 5 of Cups does come up a lot. Just know that that's something that you have to be aware of, that looking and either thinking that you've made a mistake, or looking at everything that isn't going right and having a tendency to be expecting more and more from yourself. Okay. There's a beautiful progression here from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So a progression of wealth and prosperity, but don't be too hard on yourself, okay? Because the cards are showing that you have a tendency to be rather exacting on yourself, and that's good. It pushes you forward. You want to achieve your best, but make sure that you're looking at the love in your life. Make sure that you're looking at your joy and your prosperity, Michael, because it's there and it's beautiful, and excuse me, and you just need to embrace it because it's going to make your life so much better, so much fuller. All right, your first card is the Magician card. And again, this is as above, so below. As you think it, so it will be. Your mind is astoundingly powerful. Your thoughts, your reasoning, the way that you look at things has such a gift to it. You have such a gift to you. And you're able to cultivate and create the existence that you desire, the life that you want. You look at a situation and you see the heart of the matter. Right? You're moving forward in majesty and purity of spirit. You're moving forward in prosperity of self. You're moving forward with the highest good in mind, your highest good in mind, a way of achieving more and more, a way of bringing about your success and your stability in your life. But also know, again, the power of your mind is so intense. The way you look at things, the way you see things, the way that you are connecting with the life around you is what's going to bring you in the prosperity that you desire. Because think of this wand as a magic wand here in the hand, and it's able to bring forth your magic. And that magic doesn't come from an outside source, though it is important for you to recharge your battery by connecting with nature, not just in the month of January, but in all the months and in all the months to come. To really sit there, recharge your battery, get yourself focused and re-energized. However you do that, meditation, journaling, whatever makes you feel happy as a person, even just going on walks. If you don't like meditating, if you don't like sitting down, writing things in a journal, I mean, I know I personally don't much care for either one of those. Meditation is nice, but I love going for long walks And there's actually a form of meditation that comes through walking, through doing a task and having your mind focused on that task. That is a form of meditation. It is a form of moving yourself forward. So you also have a mastery of your thoughts. There's prosperity. There's love here with the sword, the pentacle, and the cup. You are creating the life that you want. Know that for this person here to be standing behind an altar, to be this druid, to be this person of power, it took time, it took effort, it didn't happen overnight, and it takes discipline of self. That's how you're moving yourself forward. You're moving yourself forward knowing that it takes time, knowing that you're putting in the effort, and knowing that you are achieving your goals no matter what anybody else says. Your next card is the Fool card. And this isn't you being foolish. This is you taking a leap of faith on yourself. This is you jumping forward. This is you moving forward in the direction that is right and prosperous for your soul. The story behind this card is that he always wanted to be a knight, but he didn't know he wanted to be a knight because he was closeted away. His mother had lost all her sons and her husband. They had died while being knights. They had died in battle. And so she said, no, not him. I'm going to protect him. One day he's out in the woods, he's looking around, and he sees these knights, and all knights were banned from ever even coming to their castle, even coming into their woods. So they're banned, he doesn't know, but then he sees them. And he goes, this is who I want to be. This is what I want to be. And he goes home and he tells his mother. And his mother says no. And he says, I wasn't asking, I was telling you that I'm going to go off and I'm going to go be a knight. And that's it. I asked them what they were, they said they were knights, and that's what I'm going to be. And she can see in his eyes that he's absolutely 100% serious. He's found his calling. He's found what his heart desired. And now he's moving forward. And she said to him, if you are going to be a knight, go be a knight for King Arthur. He is the most just, greatest liege that you could have. And that's where he's going. The dog here, for me, symbolizes the angels moving with you. This is your passion, your creativity, the wands that he's holding, becoming such a part of you that you use them every day, and he's using them to hold his belongings. And you're jumping over the water, your doubts, your fears, towards your rainbow, towards your truth, towards your bliss. If you can see that, there we go. All right, so this is you knowing what you want and moving forward. Now, again, there are going to be times of regret. There are going to be times of sorrow. There are going to be times where you're looking at things. And this could even be the Three of Cups energy coming in. So betrayal, people not standing by you who you thought would. But what you do is you turn around, and it's going to be hard because this card keeps on coming up. So this is a bigger thing for you. This is a bigger theme in these 6 months in your existence, to sit there and focus on your love. Focus on the love and the joy in your life, and replace the sorrow with the Two of Cups energy, the healing, beautiful love, the joy, the happiness, the prosperity, the success that is you. And look at failures, look at disappointments as lessons learned. Think of what Thomas Edison said. I know thousands of ways not to make a light bulb, but I know one way that does. And every single way that I couldn't make a light bulb got me closer to making that light bulb. That is what life is about. It's not succeeding right off the bat. It's not being a savant. It's not being somebody who's so astoundingly gifted that it just came to them overnight. It's about trial. It's about error. It's about moving forward and learning what it is that brings you your joy, your bliss, your happiness, that Two of Cups energy, that Minor Arcana Lovers card, that love, that peace, that happiness, the angels blessing you as you move forward, that healing energy that is guiding you. Focus on that, not on the cups spilt. Think of it as lessons learned, as the wine going back into the earth, as you moving forward. And nothing's ever lost, nothing ever happened by accident, and now you are moving forward. Again, you've had the Knight of Pentacles before, slowly and steadily moving forward in your prosperity, slowly and steadily building your wealth, building your abundance, building what you want from life. This isn't it happening overnight. This is you slowly and steadily working towards the prosperity that you want. And again, this could symbolize an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. But because, again, this reading is about you, these cards symbolize you slowly and steadily and systematically and methodically building the wealth that you want in your life. And again, you have the World card, you have the Universe card here in the Llewellyn Tarot deck. everything opens up. You start to see the abundance. You start to see the whole world open up to you. And it's going to be overwhelming. And it might even be where the sorrow comes in. It might even be a bit terrifying. And you sit there and you go, oh my gosh, this can't possibly be the way that I'm moving forward. But it is. And you're moving forward in your bounty, in your beauty, in your truth, and in your majesty of self. You're that elemental here. Nothing is holding you back. Things are being whitewashed. You are embracing your truth, your understanding, and your personal abundance. And that's going to be overwhelming. But again, the victory here, the U shape of the wreath in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck is shown here by the mountains, opening up the whole world for you, opening up this crystalline lake, the star-filled sky. It's endless abundance, purity of intention. It's also sorrow, because white is also a sign of sorrow, a color for sorrow, a color for loss. So it's everything coming together and you realizing that the whole world is so much more than you ever thought it was. And it's becoming so much more for you than you ever thought it would be. And then your clarifying cards are the Ten of Wands and the King of Pentacles. This is a progression from the Knight of Pentacles. A knight becomes a king. Right? Knights protect kings and kings lead knights. So this is you going from slowly and steadily building your prosperity, having this vital energy, having this enthusiasm for creating the wealth that you want, but doing it slowly, steadily, methodically, to you being a master of your prosperity, to you knowing your bounty, your abundance, for you here having the fruits of your labor pay off. You know your sorrows, you know what you've been through to get here. And now you are embracing your prosperity, you're embracing your wealth, you're sharing that wealth with others. This isn't just money, this is something you value as much as money, coming into your life and leading you forward. And now you are creating, you're putting down your burdens and creating the existence that you desire. In a place where you feel comfortable, in a place that is right for you. And you are moving forward, in prosperity of self, in bounty of self. Not carrying everybody else's burdens for them, but focusing on how you want to manifest and create your prosperity in life. Your subconscious message is the Ace of Wands. This is, again, a gift from the divine, from the universe, God, source, spirit, however you want to say it, however you see it, who is handing you a gift of passion, who is handing you a gift of new beginnings and of beauty. And also think of this as an artist's paintbrush. Okay? Think of this as you creating the existence that you want and moving you forward. Remember to take the gift, because if you don't receive the gift, it will never come to you. So knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you're ready to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, to succeed where you want to succeed, and live the life that you were born to live. Okay, now we're doing February. All right, Michael, we are doing February 2019 and seeing your guidance for this month in regards to your question. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so what's so funny here is, and it's not haha funny, it's more interesting funny, is that at the center of all of February is a sense of doubt, a sense of feeling overwhelmed. But you have all these blessings and all these beautiful cards surrounding this one card. So let's start here. We're starting with the Eight of Swords. That's your overarching theme for the month of February. And it's going to mean that emotions are raging. It's kind of as if you're not feeling as sure about yourself as you would like to feel. You feel stuck, okay, because she's tied to that rock and trapped. And now the swords represent the mind for me. So this is your thoughts trapping you. This is looking at things. This could be over-analyzing it. Really sitting there and saying, it's all too much. And not seeing a way out. Not seeing a way forward. Not seeing the truth before you. Because you see here that she's blindfolded. So you're not able to see what's before you. In February, there's a sense of being overwhelmed. And that sense of being overwhelmed is kind of blinding you. So what you need to do is calm your emotions, calm yourself, center yourself, and know that you can break these chains. Know that you can break the seaweed that is tying you. Know that the water here, which symbolizes to me emotions, it's raging, but you have this rock and you can walk to dry land and be safe. That even though you might be feeling overwhelmed, even though you might be feeling like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? What am I doing? You're okay. Okay, you just need to look at things rationally, logically, passionately. Passionately not meaning an overabundance of passion, but passionately meaning that you are looking at what you're passionate about what you desire in life, and you are saying, you know what, it's my time to move forward in my passion of creation, because that's what the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands is saying. Because as you're feeling overwhelmed, you are actually going to be getting a message from the universe. The pages are messenger cards. There are also student cards. So this is saying that you are going to be getting messages from the universe to move you forward in passion and creativity. And you might want things to happen a bit quicker than how they're happening, because it might seem like slow go. But you're going to be getting these messages. They might be physical messages that you receive in your hand, on your phone, however, or they could be spiritual messages that just mean for you, that are just something that you interpret and can see the truth in. You move forward, and you are constantly being a student of what it is that you desire, of how it is that you want to cultivate and create your life. Learning with passion and with joy, the depth and the breadth of your own personal magic, your own personal bounty, your own personal joy in this world. And you're getting a gift of prosperity from the universe, from the divine, God, source, spirit. Again, however you say it, however you see it, is handing you this gift of prosperity. This could be wealth. This could be something you value as much as money. And it's coming into your life. It's a gift for you. Make sure you take it. Remember, aces, you have 2 gifts here coming in. Make sure that you take them. Because with the aces, with the gift cards, you cannot take them. You cannot see them. And then they will pass you by. So you're looking at your sorrow. You're looking at everything you've been through. And you're moving on to the next phase in your existence. You're moving forward in a sense of prosperity, in a sense of bounty, in a sense of happiness and joy and abundance. And again, this could be something so small that most people wouldn't consider it a gift, that most people wouldn't consider it a phase forward in their prosperity, an opening up of a new door, a opening up of a new window, a letting a new phase of your life come into your life, or a new phase of your existence come into your life. What it is doing is it is moving you forward, no matter how large, no matter how small. It is going to be something that you sit there and you see your bounty and you see your beauty and you go, oh, okay, I understand. And then as you are still, you can spend your whole life being a student of your passion, being a student of how you desire moving forward in your existence. And you study it, you learn it, and then you become this master of it with the Queen of Wands energy. And it doesn't matter that this is a queen or a king or anything like that. I read these cards by energy. So what the Queen of Wands is saying is that passionately, you are moving forward spiritually, knowing what you desire, to this new dawn, to the new day. Think of this sunflower as the sun, with courage and confidence, with the lions on her throne, to cultivate and create the existence that you want. Now, with these two, with the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands, this could be denoting a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius coming into your life and helping you move forward. But this is also talking about you, because again, these readings are about you. This is you moving forward passionately, creatively, knowing your inner desire, knowing your inner magic, and saying to you, this is what I want, this is where I'm going, and this is what I'm doing. And doing so with gusto of spirit, doing so with serenity of self, doing so with courage and confidence and competence in what it is you're creating. And you have loving, healing energy around you, but also you have the divine right, because that's what kings and queens have. They have the divine right to be exalted above all others, to be chosen to rule, to be placed above all other men and women. So this is your divine right. And this isn't saying that you are going to become, kind of a ruling figure, a little Napoleon or anything like that. This is saying that you have the divine right within the realm of your own existence to live your prosperity, to live your beauty, to live your truth, to own your magic, to harness your inner magic, to harness that inner bit of divinity that lives within you and move you forward. The next card, the Judgment card, is an awakening of your spirit, awakening of yourself. That part of you, and we had this before, that part of you that has laid dormant for some time is now being reawakened. this knight here is blowing his trumpet, awakening these two knights from their slumber, and they are moving forward. They are doing and achieving what they were born to do. That's what's happening with you. Michael, you are moving in the direction of achieving that slumbering state of your life purpose. It is being awakened. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, there is a picture of an angel blowing his trumpet, awakening people from their coffins. So this is a part of you that has laid dormant, that might not have even seen the sun in a really long time. Think of it as being in a coffin, in this cave. And now it's seeing the light of day. Now you are living your passion and your truth, your bounty and your purity of spirit. Your clarifying cards are the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, because you are an air sign, is a gift just for you, specially honed to fit your mind, your ideas, your ideals, to give you clarity of mind and self, to move you forward, to cut through doubts, cut through fears. It's cutting through this right here, this Eight of Swords energy, and it's letting you move forward in passion and beauty of self. It is a gift for you, Michael, that is letting you see your endless prosperity. Love, here with the swans, because they mate for life. You're guarding your purse. Make sure you're watching your money. Okay, watching your money with the sale of your company, watching your money as you start your company. You're being, throughout these whole readings, all these readings, you are being very smart. You are being very wise. You have a very good head on your shoulders. And you are moving forward in the way that is most beneficial for you. This falcon on her arm means that you do not trust everyone. You know the darker side of human nature. What's more is that it is the falcon, when you do falconry and you hunt with a falcon, it has this 360-degree view. It can see so much more than what's in front of you. And that's what you're doing. You're seeing so much more than what's in front of you. You're having this bird's eye view. Don't trust everyone that you're working with. Don't trust everyone that you're with. Make sure you're going over and making sure that they have all your prosperity, all your bounty correct. Okay, don't just blindly trust anybody. Make sure you know where things are going. And this is you moving forward with the fruits of your labor paying off, your harvest coming in. All right, getting gifts of knowing your mind, of knowing what you want from life, and the prosperity, moving forward in your passion and your creativity, having your soul's gift be awakened in you. And even though it might be overwhelming, even though you're sitting there and doubting and fearing, there is such beauty coming into your life in February. And your subconscious message is the Three of Cups. And that could be while you're doubting and fearing, because you have this sense of being betrayed, of not really being able to trust everybody who's around you, of looking at things. And that's why you have this Nine of Pentacles here. Guard your money. Look at things. Be wise and prudent. Don't worry if people think that you're being crazy. Make sure that you get a good lawyer. Make sure that you have people who are on your side and who are being paid to be on your side to make sure things go through to the best of their ability. Okay? To the best of your ability. That everything moves forward in a sense of abundance, in a sense of completion and serenity. Because there's this feeling of people not celebrating what you are achieving, and you are achieving beautiful things. There was nothing in here that said that everything was going to fall apart, that nothing was going to move forward. There was such beauty. There has been such beauty in these readings. So do not let the negativity of others pull you down. Do this logically, do this prudently, do this systematically. Make sure you dot your I's and you cross your T's, and that you move forward in the business suave that you have to achieve your goals and to achieve what it is that you want from life. And these people here, these fair feather friends, these people who are out to achieve their own agendas, you don't need them. You are moving forward in your truth and in your bounty, and they can go kind of fly a kite. All right, Michael, it was an absolute pleasure reading for you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. The best of luck on this new endeavor as you move forward. The best of luck to you. And again, it's been a pleasure, and I wish you the very best. All right, bye.